Chosen one, and hear this word now, for it is not by chance that you are reading these words today. The hours you have spent waiting, the moments of quiet desperation, the nights when your prayers seemed unanswered, all of it has led to this very hour. The Spirit is moving around you, stirring the air, shaking the foundations of what has seemed stagnant, and preparing your heart for a divine unveiling. You have been tested, tried, and refined beyond measure, but the time of your vindication is at hand. Do not mistake the delays for abandonment, nor the silence for rejection. Every closed door, every denied opportunity, every shadow that seemed to hover over your path was a part of God's perfect design. The Creator of the heavens and the earth has been orchestrating every detail unseen by human eyes, unseen by worldly knowledge, but deeply known by your spirit. And now the clouds of uncertainty are beginning to part. A light is breaking through, warm, piercing, undeniable, and it carries with it the promise of reward for every tear, every prayer, and every act of faith. I see your heart, chosen one. I see the moments when doubt crept in, whispering that perhaps your faith was in vain. I see the weight of disappointment pressing down, threatening to bend you, but you did not break. You have held on to hope when hope seemed impossible. You have spoken life when your surroundings spoke despair. And God, who never forgets, who never overlooks the tiniest spark of perseverance, is preparing to honor your steadfastness. Today I declare a prophetic word over your life. Your season of testing is ending. The weight you have carried is not punishment. It has been preparation. The trials, the heartbreaks, the moments of loneliness and silence, they were all refining your spirit, shaping you for a glory that surpasses understanding. The time is coming when your faith will be vindicated, when the obstacles you once feared will fall away, and when the favor of heaven will shine visibly in your life. Listen carefully, for in the next moments you will hear revelations meant to awaken your spirit, to align your heart with what God is about to do. You will learn how to recognize the signs, how to walk faithfully through the final challenges, and how to embrace the fullness of divine vindication. Prepare yourself, for this message is not ordinary. It is sacred. It is your call to rise, to step into the destiny that was written long before you were born, and to receive the confirmation that you are indeed chosen, refined, and beloved. The heavens are ready to move, and you, chosen one, are at the center of this divine shift. Keep your heart open, your spirit expectant, and your faith unshakable. What you are about to hear will not be theory or suggestion. It is a declaration from the throne of God, and it is meant for you. Feel the presence that surrounds you now, as though the very air has been charged with unseen light. This is not imagination. It is God Himself moving, speaking directly into the depths of your spirit. The voice you hear is ancient, eternal, and yet intimately personal. It resonates not just in the ears of your soul, but in the chambers of your heart, whispering truths that have been waiting for this exact moment to be revealed. God says, I have seen every tear, every sigh, every moment when you believed against what you could see. I have watched over you, and I have not left you. I have prepared a way where no way existed, and I am bringing forth what your heart has longed for. Do you sense it? The energy of heaven is aligning with the rhythm of your life. Every prayer you whispered in secret, every act of obedience, every moment you chose faith over fear. These are the threads of a tapestry that is now coming into full color. The divine intention for your life has always been more than survival. It has been a calling, a purpose that exceeds human understanding. You were never meant to simply endure. You were meant to triumph. Every step you have taken, even when uncertain, has been guided by invisible hands. Every detour, every delay, every challenge was carefully woven to strengthen your spirit, sharpen your discernment, and prepare you to step into the fullness of your destiny. God's message to you is clear. This season is not a punishment, nor is it arbitrary. It is a sacred process of refining designed to produce a life that radiates His glory. The unseen author of your journey is orchestrating events in a precise, flawless way. The storms that once threatened to overwhelm you were not random. They were divine tools shaping your character, building resilience, and establishing a foundation for the breakthrough that is imminent. Listen closely. The heavens are speaking in ways that go beyond words. There are signs in your environment, in the people you meet, in the opportunities that appear unexpectedly. There are whispers in your mind, nudges in your heart, and impressions in your spirit. All of these are orchestrations from God, each one a signal pointing to the fulfillment of His promise. Nothing is happening by chance. Every detail is a deliberate act of divine intention. Now prepare yourself to receive the unveiling. The words you are about to hear are not merely encouragement, they are revelation. They are meant to ignite clarity, to awaken discernment, and to equip you with the understanding needed to navigate the final steps before your vindication. The Creator of all things is calling you to recognize His hand in your life, to trust the unseen, and to embrace the reality that what has been promised is now approaching. Your faith has not gone unnoticed. Your perseverance is being honored. The Spirit of God is moving in your favor, preparing the stage-opening doors and aligning circumstances according to a perfect divine plan. Stay attentive, for the next moments will illuminate the prophecy in vivid detail, revealing not only what is coming, but why it is coming, and how you are meant to receive it with courage and grace. Now pay close attention, for the revelation is coming, and it is meant to stir your spirit to its very core. God is speaking of a turning point, a divine shift that will alter the trajectory of your life. What once seemed impossible, what once seemed hidden behind walls of doubt and delay, is now breaking through. The clouds of struggle are parting, and light is piercing the darkness. This is your moment of vindication, a season where the efforts of your faith will be unveiled and your perseverance rewarded. Imagine a door massive and radiant standing before you. Its surface shimmers with a light that feels alive, almost breathing. You have approached it countless times in prayer, wondering if it would ever open. And yet now slowly, it begins to move. The hinges groan under the weight of destiny itself. Behind this door is not just opportunity, but confirmation, restoration, and the fulfillment of promises spoken long ago. Step closer, for it is ready to swing wide and welcome you into what God has prepared. But the door is not alone. Around it, the air is alive with angels, unseen forces, moving to secure your path. They guard the entrance, yes, but also guide you toward it. You may feel a subtle warmth brushing your spirit, a gentle tug at your heart, a whisper in the silence of your mind. These are not illusions. They are confirmation signs that the universe itself is aligning with the decree of heaven. What has been delayed will now be accelerated. What has been hidden will now shine, and what has been tested will now triumph. The prophecy speaks also of release, chains that bound your heart, fears that held your steps, and doubts that clouded your vision. All of these will fall away. You will find freedom in the exact places you once felt trapped, and joy in the spaces where sorrow once lingered. There is a flood of divine favor, not quiet, not subtle, but overwhelming. Imagine streams of golden light pouring over your life, cleansing every shadow, illuminating every hidden corner, and revealing the abundance that has always been destined for you. Yet do not mistake this for mere luck or chance. God's timing is perfect, and His ways are higher than yours. This is a moment crafted with precision, an intersection of destiny and obedience. What you are about to receive is the product of every act of faith, every tear shed in prayer, every silent sacrifice you thought was unnoticed. Heaven has recorded it all, and now it is paying back 1,000-fold. You may begin to notice shifts in your daily life. opportunities appearing suddenly, doors opening where there were none, conversations turning toward your favor, unexpected connections forming. These are the early tremors of a great awakening in your personal journey. They may seem small at first, almost ordinary, but they are the universe announcing the prophecy is unfolding and your season of vindication has begun. Listen to the whispers of your soul, for they are the echoes of heaven speaking directly to you. Pay attention to dreams that carry unusual clarity, feelings of peace amidst chaos, or sudden bursts of insight where confusion once reigned. These are the divine markers, invisible, yet powerful, guiding you step by step toward the fulfillment of what was always meant to be. The prophecy is not a distant event. It is a living, breathing reality that is entering your present. It calls you to readiness, to awareness, and to faith so strong that doubt cannot penetrate. It beckons you forward with a promise that every test you endured, every moment of waiting, every ounce of persistence will culminate in a revelation so vivid, so undeniable that you will know without question the hand of God has been guiding you all along. Prepare your heart then to receive it fully. The unseen currents are rising, the doors are swinging, and the angels are heralding your arrival. The time of vindication is not tomorrow, not someday, it is now, and it is personal. Open your spirit to receive the glory, the restoration, and the confirmation that have been written for you before the foundations of the world. As the vision of vindication settles in your spirit, it is essential to understand the deeper meaning behind what is unfolding. What you are witnessing is not merely a sequence of events. It is a divine orchestration designed to teach, refine, and awaken your soul. Every test, every delay, every moment of isolation has carried purpose. These seasons have been the soil in which your faith was planted, watered, and strengthened. Without them, the harvest of glory you are about to reap could not have been possible. Think of your life as a journey across shifting landscapes. There were valleys where shadows pressed in peaks, where the air thinned and clarity seemed distant, and rivers whose currents challenged your resolve. Each of these terrains has prepared you for a destination that is far more magnificent than the journey itself. God's timing is like the turning of the seasons, a spring that nurtures growth, a summer that strengthens a fall that gathers the fruits, and a winter that tests endurance. Every season carries wisdom, and the present moment is the culmination of all these lessons. Faith in this context is more than belief. It is active alignment with divine rhythm. It is choosing trust when circumstances scream otherwise, seeing possibility when all evidence points to impossibility, and speaking life over your circumstances when the world whispers defeat. Each act of faith has been a brick in the foundation of your destiny. Even the smallest prayers, the quietest moments of surrender, have contributed to a framework that is now strong enough to hold the fullness of God's promise. The challenges you endured were not random. They were crucibles designed to purify your spirit. Just as gold is refined by fire, so too were your character and resolve tested. Every disappointment, every heartbreak, every closed door was a refining fire that stripped away fear, doubt, and superficial attachments, leaving a core of unwavering faith. The deeper the test, the greater the reward. The more intense the struggle, the brighter your vindication will shine. Symbolically, consider the storms that have passed through your life. They may have appeared destructive, chaotic, or cruel, but each carried an unseen purpose. Storms cleanse the air, nourish the soil, and prepare the ground for new life. Similarly, your trials have cleared space for blessings that could never coexist with doubt, fear, or unresolved pain. The very trials you thought were obstacles were in truth instruments of divine preparation. Divine timing operates beyond human comprehension. What may have seemed like delay or denial was actually the precision of heaven, ensuring that everything arrives at the perfect moment. Just as a painter waits for the right light to reveal the depth of color, how too does God wait for the exact alignment of circumstances to reveal the fullness of His plan? Trusting divine timing requires patience, discernment, and humility. It asks that you release control while remaining vigilant, attentive, and faithful. Transformation is the invisible thread woven throughout this process. As you move through challenges, your perspective expands. You begin to see patterns in your life that were once hidden. You recognize connections between people, events, and opportunities. You learn to discern the subtle guidance of the Spirit, to hear whispers that others cannot hear, and to act decisively when prompted. This transformation is both spiritual and practical. It equips you with wisdom, courage, and clarity that will sustain you long after the prophecy is fulfilled. Every blessing now approaching is intertwined with purpose. Restoration will come not just as a reward, but as a testimony. Favor will arrive not only for comfort, but as evidence that God's promises are tangible and enduring. You are entering a season where your life itself becomes a declaration of divine faithfulness, a living example that trials refine patience, rewards, and faith unlocks doors that no human hand could open. Understand this deeply. The divine meaning behind your journey is inseparable from your destiny. Every moment of struggle, every act of perseverance, every time you chose faith over fear has been shaping not only what you will receive, but who you will become. The glory that awaits is not only external, it is internal. It will illuminate your soul, transform your perspective, and empower you to walk in confidence, knowing that the same God who brought you through the fire will now carry you into triumph. So as you reflect on the prophecy unfolding, embrace both the promise and the lesson. The storms, the refinements, the tests, they all had purpose. The light that now approaches is a culmination of divine design, not human effort. Your journey has been sacred from the very start, and now the meaning behind every step is becoming clear. You are ready to receive not only what has been promised, but also the wisdom, strength, and spiritual depth that will allow you to walk fully in it. Now begin to notice the subtle ways God is confirming His promise in your life. The heavens are always signaling, always communicating, but often we are too busy or distracted to recognize the signs. Look closely, for they are appearing right now in ways that are both personal and unmistakably divine. First, watch for doors opening where you least expect them. Opportunities may arrive suddenly, a conversation, an email, a chance encounter that shifts your path in a meaningful direction. These are not coincidences, they are divine confirmations that God is clearing the way for your breakthrough. What once seemed blocked is now aligning perfectly with your destiny. Second, pay attention to moments of sudden clarity or insight. Perhaps a solution to a problem that has burdened you for months comes effortlessly, or an answer appears in prayer, meditation, or dream. These flashes of understanding are messages from heaven, whispering, "I am here guiding every step." Trust them, for they are confirmations that your spirit is attuned to God's timing. Third, notice the people around you. Some will appear unexpectedly, offering support, wisdom, or connection that seems almost miraculous. Others may change their behavior, revealing paths you could not have imagined. Each interaction is orchestrated, each person placed intentionally as part of the divine unfolding in your life. These relationships are markers that the prophecy is alive and moving. Fourth, observe the patterns in your life. Small synchronicities, a recurring number, a repeated phrase, a song on the radio, or a phrase in a book or conversation can carry spiritual weight. They may feel ordinary at first, but these repeated signals are signs that heaven is speaking directly to your heart. Pay attention. These are confirmations that your prayers and your perseverance have been seen. Fifth, notice shifts in your inner peace and energy. Even amidst challenges, you may feel an unusual calm, a quiet confidence that things are aligning. This peace is a spiritual signature that God's hand is at work. Where doubt or anxiety once took root, there is now a sense of assurance that what has been promised will come to pass. Finally, be aware of moments that stir deep emotion in unexpected ways. Tears of gratitude, sudden joy, or a surge of hope may arise spontaneously. These emotional markers are more than reactions. They are signals that your spirit is in harmony with God's unfolding plan. The heart knows before the mind fully understands, and these feelings are confirmations that the prophecy is real and it is personal. Take note. Chosen one, because these signs are not fleeting. They are cumulative. Each is a thread weaving together to reveal the tapestry of your vindication. The divine presence surrounding you is orchestrating circumstances, guiding interactions, and illuminating the path forward. These confirmations are here to awaken your awareness, to strengthen your faith, and to assure you that your season of reward is at hand. Look carefully, listen attentively, and feel deeply. The universe is signaling your readiness. The signs are all around you, waiting for you to acknowledge them, trust them, and step boldly into what God has prepared. Even as signs of confirmation begin to appear, it is important to recognize that the path toward full vindication will still include hidden challenges. These are not punishments, nor are they signs of failure. They are the final refining steps designed to strengthen your faith and prepare you for what is coming. The unseen often tests us more profoundly than the visible, for it challenges both our resolve and our trust in God's timing. Some of these challenges may feel like delays or detours, moments when doors you expected to open remain closed, or opportunities seem to stall. At times, others may misunderstand you or even oppose your progress, not realizing that your journey is ordained and beyond their comprehension. These trials are invisible threads of preparation, shaping you into the person who can fully receive the blessing that has been promised. You may encounter internal struggles as well. Fears resurfacing, doubts whispering that perhaps the breakthrough will not come, or impatience threatening to shake your faith. These inner battles are often the most difficult, for they are fought in the quiet of your own heart. Yet they are necessary. They reveal the depth of your commitment, refine your discernment, and fortify the resilience that will carry you through the final stage of this journey. Remember that every challenge is temporary and purposeful. Like the pressure that shapes a diamond, these tests reveal strength, brilliance, and endurance that would otherwise remain hidden. Do not fear them. Embrace them as sacred opportunities to practice unwavering trust. The moment you face these obstacles with faith instead of fear, you align yourself more fully with God's plan and accelerate the fulfillment of your prophecy. Be aware that some challenges may come disguised as blessings, and some blessings may feel like challenges. The divine orchestration often unfolds in ways that seem paradoxical, teaching you to navigate life by spiritual discernment rather than by sight alone. Trust your intuition, remain attentive to the signs, and remember that God's timing is always perfect. Every challenge carries a hidden lesson, every obstacle a divine purpose, and every test an opportunity to deepen your faith. Encouragement comes. Now you are not alone in facing these challenges. God's Spirit is with you, guiding, protecting, and strengthening you at every step. Angels are dispatched to guard your path, to whisper clarity into your heart, and to support you in ways unseen. Even when the trials feel overwhelming, remember that they are temporary and that victory is inevitable for those who endure in faith. Take courage, for the hidden challenges are the final gateways. Beyond them lies restoration, vindication, and the fulfillment of promises that have been written for you since before the foundation of the world. Every test you endure is a sign that you are being prepared for greatness. Stand firm, trust fully, and know that the culmination of your faith is at hand. As you stand at this threshold, it is essential to understand not only what is coming, but also what is required of you to fully receive it. God is calling you to intentional action, not action born of fear, but action rooted in faith, obedience, and awareness of His divine plan. This is a sacred invitation to participate actively in your own vindication, aligning your choices with the rhythm of heaven. First, guard your heart and mind. The final season before fulfillment will test your focus more than ever. Thoughts of doubt, fear, or resentment may attempt to distract you. When these arise, acknowledge them, then release them to God. Fill your mind with scripture affirmations or meditative prayers that reinforce trust in His timing. By actively cultivating a spirit of peace and confidence, you prepare the soil in which your breakthrough will flourish. Second, speak life over your circumstances. Your words carry power. Every declaration you make in faith becomes a spiritual tool shaping reality. Speak of victory, restoration, and blessing, even when the evidence seems hidden. Affirm your readiness to receive God's promises and do so consistently. These declarations are not mere repetition. They are declarations of alignment, demonstrating your faith and willingness to partner with heaven in manifesting the prophecy. Third, cultivate patience with expectancy. While signs of confirmation are appearing, the full manifestation may not be immediate. Learn to wait actively, prepare, plan, and act in alignment with your calling, but do not rush the process or force outcomes. Trust that every detail is being orchestrated perfectly. The waiting is not idle, it is sacred preparation. Patience, when paired with unwavering faith, becomes a spiritual power that invites God's timing to operate fully. Fourth, maintain discernment in every decision. Not every opportunity or connection is intended for your fulfillment. God will guide you toward those aligned with your divine purpose, while steering you away from distractions or delays. Pray for clarity. Seek guidance from the Spirit and listen to the subtle nudges that direct your steps. Discernment ensures that your actions contribute to the fulfillment of the prophecy rather than delay it. Fifth, embrace gratitude in every season. Even as challenges persist, recognize the ways God has already been faithful. Gratitude opens the heart, aligns your spirit with abundance, and strengthens your faith. Celebrate each small confirmation, each subtle sign, and every victory, no matter how minor it may seem. Gratitude transforms, waiting into worship, and preparation into joy. Sixth, act with boldness when opportunities arise. When a door opens, step through it confidently. When guidance comes, follow it decisively. Divine instruction often presents itself quietly through intuition, clarity, or unexpected alignment. Your readiness to act amplifies the power of the breakthrough. Hesitation can delay, but obedience activates the full flow of God's blessing. Finally, nurture your spirit daily. Prayer, meditation, reflection, and communion with God are essential. These practices are not optional. They are the framework that strengthens your heart, mind, and soul for what is to come. Treat them as sacred appointments, as vital as any task or responsibility in your life. The more attuned your spirit becomes, the more clearly you will perceive divine guidance, and the more fully you will receive the manifestation of your prophecy. Remember, this is not a list of burdens. It is a map of empowerment. Each step you take in faith strengthens your alignment with heaven, clears the path for blessing, and deepens the confirmation that God's hand is actively moving in your life. These instructions are both protection and preparation, allowing you to move forward with confidence, clarity, and expectation. Take them seriously, practice them consistently, and allow your heart to rest in the assurance that God is guiding each step. The moment of vindication draws near, and your actions aligned with divine instruction will position you to walk fully into what has been promised. The time to prepare is now. As you walk this path, know that you are surrounded by a shield of divine protection. Though trials may appear, though shadows may attempt to encroach, you are held in the palm of God's hand. The same Spirit that orchestrates your vindication also fortifies your steps, guards your heart, and illuminates your path. There is no force that can thwart what heaven has decreed for you. Picture it now, a radiant light encircling you, impenetrable yet gentle. Angels of God move quietly around your life, creating a sanctuary that no human hand or unseen threat can breach. Every word you speak, every choice you make in alignment with faith, strengthens this spiritual fortress. Fear may knock at the door, but it cannot enter. For your life is consecrated for fulfillment, your spirit aligned with divine purpose. Protection comes not only from visible forces, but also from the unseen currents of grace flowing through your life. Every step you take is guided. Every misstep is gently redirected. Every shadow is pierced by divine light. You are never walking alone. Even when loneliness whispers in the silence, even when uncertainty seeks to shake your faith, the assurance of God's presence surrounds you. He is your shield, your guide, and your constant companion. Trust in this divine assurance. You do not have to fight alone, strive alone, or carry burdens unassisted. The universe itself bends to honor God's decree, orchestrating circumstances, people, and opportunities to align with your protection and purpose. When challenges arise, see them as temporary ripples on the surface of a vast ocean of divine stability. Nothing can overturn what God has ordained. Feel the peace that comes from this truth. Let it permeate your being, calming every fear, silencing every doubt, and restoring your heart. Protection is not passive. It is active, flowing through every aspect of your life. It accompanies you in your thoughts, in your decisions, and in the spaces where you are most vulnerable. This is not merely comfort, it is empowerment. You can move forward boldly, knowing that nothing can thwart the path prepared for you. Even now, as you prepare to step into the fullness of your vindication, remember that God's watchful eye is upon you. Every detail, every timing, every encounter has been arranged with precision and care. Nothing in your journey is accidental. Your protection is woven into the very fabric of your destiny. Breathe deeply and internalize this truth. You are safe, you are guided, and you are upheld by the eternal hand of God. In the midst of trials, in the quiet of waiting, and in the anticipation of breakthrough, let this assurance anchor your spirit. You are not alone, and you are never unguarded. Heaven has aligned to secure your path, and your journey is unfolding exactly as it should. As the moment of vindication approaches, imagine the transformation that is unfolding within you. This is not merely a shift in circumstance, but a profound change in your spirit, your perspective, and your entire way of being. The trials you endured, the moments of doubt, the nights of silent prayer, they have all contributed to the emergence of a stronger, wiser, and more radiant version of yourself. What was once fragile is now resilient. What was once hidden is now illuminated. Your heart will begin to recognize the depth of God's faithfulness in ways that feel overwhelming, yet exhilarating. Joy long deferred will pour into spaces that were once hollow. Peace previously elusive will anchor you firmly in the knowledge that every step you took was part of a divine plan. Your spirit will carry a new confidence, a certainty, that the same God who brought you through the fire is now opening doors that cannot be closed. Externally, you will notice the tangible fruits of this transformation. Opportunities will present themselves with clarity. Relationships will align with your purpose, and circumstances will begin to reflect the favor that has always been promised to you. Doors that were once locked or hidden will now swing wide, revealing pathways that lead to abundance, restoration, and honor. The timing of each breakthrough will feel orchestrated, almost miraculous, a visible testimony that heaven has been at work. Internally, your perception will expand. You will see the subtle ways God guided your journey, the moments that seemed random but were perfectly aligned with your destiny. The lessons of patience, perseverance, and faith will resonate deeply, giving you a new level of wisdom and discernment. You will recognize the value of every hardship endured and understand that each challenge was a necessary step toward this moment of fulfillment. Emotionally, this transformation will bring a sense of liberation. Fear, doubt, and anxiety will give way to hope, courage, and gratitude. You will feel lighter, unburdened by the weight of waiting and suffering, yet strengthened by the endurance that brought you here. The joy of knowing that you have been seen, honored, and vindicated by God will fill your soul in ways words cannot fully capture. Spiritually, your alignment with divine purpose will become unmistakable. Your prayers will carry new power, your faith will be unwavering, and your insight into God's workings will deepen. You will walk in confidence, not pride, knowing that the victories you experience are not of your own making, but a reflection of obedience, trust, and partnership with heaven. Your life will become a testimony of divine faithfulness, inspiring others to hold fast in their own seasons of trial. Take a moment to visualize this transformation. A radiant light emanates from your spirit, expanding outward to touch every aspect of your life. Challenges that once seemed insurmountable are now opportunities for growth. Blessings that once seemed distant are now within reach. Your journey has been sacred from the start, and now its purpose and its glory are fully revealed. This is fulfillment not just of promises, but of your own potential shaped and refined by God's hand. You will emerge renewed, empowered, and ready to walk boldly into the destiny that has always been written for you. The vindication is real. The transformation is complete, and the life that was always meant for you is now yours to embrace. Now take a deep breath and anchor yourself in this moment. The journey you have walked, the tests you have endured, and the faith you have maintained have brought you to the threshold of fulfillment. Let these affirmations sink into your spirit, repeating them silently or aloud, letting them become truth within you. I am seen, I am chosen, and I am fully vindicated. I trust in God's timing, and I embrace His perfect plan. I walk in favor, abundance, and divine alignment. Every trial has refined me, and every blessing is my inheritance. Feel the power of these words as they root deeply into your soul. Each affirmation carries authority, reinforcing the reality that the prophecy is not a distant promise. It is alive, personal, and now unfolding in your life. Speak them daily. Let them guide your decisions, and let them anchor your faith when doubt arises. As you carry these affirmations, receive this blessing from heaven. May your path be illuminated with clarity, your heart filled with peace, and your spirit strengthened by the certainty of God's presence. May every step you take align perfectly with divine intention, opening doors that have long been closed, restoring what was lost, and revealing the fullness of favor that has always awaited you. Know that you are never alone. Angels surround you, guiding, protecting, and celebrating every victory with you. The same Spirit that whispered guidance into your prayers now moves to manifest blessings in ways you can see, feel, and rejoice in. Your endurance has been honored. Your faith has been counted as righteousness. Your life is now positioned for divine triumph. Go forward with courage, boldness, and gratitude. Embrace the transformation, welcome the fulfillment, and walk confidently into your destiny. Let every action, thought, and word reflect the truth that you are a vessel of God's glory, a living testimony of faith and a reflection of divine purpose. Receive this moment with expectation, knowing that the heavens are aligned. The promise is certain and the victory is yours. The time of waiting is over. The season of testing is complete, and the life you have been prepared for is unfolding now. Step boldly, walk in confidence, and let your light shine, for you are vindicated, beloved, and called for greatness.